Let's get into episode 3 of Kendra G hosting the OWN Network's new series. It's like a blind dating show, and the name of the show is called Dating Download. So think about what Kendra has already been doing on her social media pages for years, but it's more produced, more polished. All right, so let's get into this episode. Thank y'all for watching. Like the video and hype the video as well. Let's get into it.
7-year-old mother of 2 who needs are simple. All she wants is a good man who's going to treat her like a princess. Is that too much to ask for? Well, let's find out. Welcome, Julie. Hey, Julie.
Hi.
Oh, looking good, girl.
Thank you, you too.
You look cute.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a seat. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Now, before we get into the blind date we set you up on, let me get to know Julie more. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37.
Yes.
Okay, have you ever been married?
No,
Never married, but I
Never.
have heard you've been proposed to 4 times.
I have.
And you didn't marry any of them.
Absolutely not.
Okay. 4 times, how many men?
4 men, 4 different men.
4 different men.
Yes.
And none of them were good enough to be your husband.
No.
Now you are a mom?
Yes,
Okay, how many kids?
2 boys.
2 boys. By the same man?
No,
How old are your children now?
18 and 20.
18 and 20. Okay. So you said you want the princess treatment. What is the princess treatment to you? Your mother a queen?
Yes, my dad treats her like a princess still.
Okay, now did your mother have kids before she met your dad?
Nope, they've been married 40 years.
So now you know that is a difference. Your mother didn't come to the game with 2 kids. You come into the game with 2 kids by 2 different men. That's not your mother.
But the men ain't in the kids' life.
It don't matter. That's not how your mother met your daddy. Your
You're
daddy
right.
provided for you.
You have 4 different engagements that you accepted, right? So not one of those 4 men had the majority of what you valued and or liked.
Help me understand.
That is a red flag. Kendra pointed out, you have 2 children already. She says, well, they're not in their lives. Like that is something to be proud of, and that is a flex. But let's continue.
So not saying you can't get this, but I think a lot of times women say, I want what my mother has, but if you're gonna be honest, are you what your mother was? Have you ever thought about that?
I have not actually in that way.
Yeah, you know, because the request is, I think your kids are grown. Do they still live with you?
No, I actually have a grandson. My oldest has a baby.
Child, we making the baby, keeping this legacy going. So what I've learned is sometimes the children become an issue, not an issue, but they gotta consider providing, right? So I think that wouldn't be your case because you have older boys. But then I've heard this, when the boys get older, are they protective of their mama? So does a new guy have to get through your sons? Are they gonna give them a hard time? Has that happened?
It's never happened.
Okay.
My kids are, well, my youngest is protective. We're very close.
Okay.
And he's not protective in the sense of he says something to the man or anything like that. He's
Okay.
never actually even said anything to me.
Okay.
But no one I feel like has ever even tried, even the relationship that the man has lived with me, because I've had men live with me before.
Okay.
They never really tried to be a father or get to know my kids like that. And that has always been like a turn off for me, because some of these guys, especially one, had a child that he had custody of. So they lived with me too. So the kid and him lived with me. And I treated my son like his son, like he was mine.
Was he paying all the bills?
No, absolutely not.
Girl, then you was crazy. You, bitch,
I know.
You needed, so wait a minute. So a man lived
Psycho.
with you, with his kids. He wasn't even loving on your child, and you were paying all the bills? We need a doctor to make sure her temperature is.
So a couple things. I'm going to assume that she probably knew that prior to her even allowing this man into her home. She probably thought nothing of it or thought that things were going to get better and just ignored it.
This was in my 20s. I learned.
Okay, so how old are you now?
I'm 37 now.
Okay, so let's come to currency. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was 5 years ago.
Okay, 5 years ago. Okay, now was this guy, did he give you the princess treatment?
He did actually.
So why did it end?
He was married.
I had no idea you got down like that.
And I found out and they gave him 2 months to
Girl,
get
he
some
didn't give
fixed.
you no princess
I
treatment.
didn't know.
He gave you,
Right.
shut up, don't tell my wife.
I didn't know he was married.
Right, but that's not princess treatment because he was married
His
to
wife wanted me to stay with him. She had a boyfriend. They're weird, okay? It was weird.
I know for a fact that women who get in relationships with men are sleuths when it comes to finding certain information. I find it hard to believe that she didn't know that this man was married. You could have definitely done your due diligence. You were not in your 20s by the time you was dating this man. What this woman liked what she saw. She enjoyed the time that she was having. She went off of strictly what he's saying and didn't do her due diligence and just kept rolling with the punches. And Kendra made a good point. You cannot get a full princess treatment and be treated like a wife to a man that's already spoken for. I don't care what the circumstances are.
First of all, we in a new world, and I have met people who are fine with poly relationships. Are you open-minded
No,
too?
that's why
okay.
I left.
How long did y'all date before you realized he was married?
About a year.
You dated a man for a year and didn't know he was married?
I mean, he had children with this woman, and I was around for Thanksgivings and Christmases, and I would go to her house to pick up their grandchild. Like, we were friends. Me and the girl didn't have any problems, but they told me they were divorced.
So when did you realize he was married?
He had a death in his family, and I went to the funeral in Alabama. And one of the people in the family was like, "Are you sure?" Or you, she kept hinting. And I was like, well, is there something that I need to know? Because the baby mama was there too. Like, you know.
Wait, he had a baby mama and a wife?
No, that's his wife. But I thought it was just his kid's mother because she was around for things. And I went to go pick up the kids and I had her number and I went to Christmas and thanked her.
Ooh, child, I'm so happy we put you on a date, child, because we got to introduce you to new men.
A man can have you around his baby mama. A man can bring you around his family, and that still don't mean anything. People do it all the time. There are some men that will bring you around his mama, auntie, grandma, whomever, and they know that he still has an entire situation, but they're not going to say anything to you about it because they are loyal to his family first and foremost. So that means nothing. Meeting his family and you being around his kids, heck, you was helping them out. You was helping them out with the parenting time exchange and the visitation. That's how they was using you. Let the man get divorced first and you deal with him. I don't care, anything about the wife or whomever, what she may or may not be doing. You can assume, and you should assume, that at any given time, if those two adults decided that they wanted to reconcile their situation, that they could come together. You're spending time dealing with somebody else's man when you could be going and putting yourself out here so you can attract a man who is available. You need to keep it moving and find somebody that is available, who is interested in having a long-term committed relationship or marriage, and you don't have to deal with all of that.
All right, listen, so we set Julie up with a really nice guy. His name is Roger. He also has a few kids himself, a good job, family values. So it seems like this could be a good fit. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all played itself out. Let's take a look at Julie and Roger.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You look amazing.
My first impression when I saw my date, I was so disappointed because he's not my typical type. I like high yellow men with lots of tattoos. So I was like, he just seems boring. He just looked boring to me.
It's an evil world we live in.
Where are you from?
I'm from Vegas.
Hold on.
High yellow men with lots of tattoos. So I was like, he just seems boring.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this all played itself out. Let's take a look at Julie and Roger.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You look amazing.
My first impression when I saw my date, I was so disappointed because he's not my typical type. I like high yellow men with lots of tattoos. So I was like, he just seems boring.
Look, we can all have our preferences. This is crazy. 37 years old, engaged 4 times. And you're sitting here talking about you want a man to take you seriously, or you want to be serious in a relationship. And you're talking about a yellow, light-skinned, red-skinned man that's tall with tattoos. She's talking about Chris Brown. She don't want nothing serious. I think she's playing games.
Okay. That part.
I don't think you're serious, ma'am. You are entitled to your preferences because we all do. I can appreciate the fact that Julie is saying up front, I am not physically attracted to him, because there's no point of trying to kick that can down the road. But if the looks are such a priority that everything else is just pushed down further and further, I'm not shocked at the outcomes that she's having. Yes, you should have somebody that you're attracted to, and it should be mutual. But that should not weigh, in my opinion, especially as a woman. You should not allow the looks department, the sex department, none of that to supersede some of the other characteristics. But I will stand 10 toes down on this. Is why I don't believe all these standards that women be having, that y'all are too flexible on them. Y'all are not as strict on these so-called standards and preferences that y'all say y'all have. Because if a man looks good enough to you, if he has enough personality, if he has enough edge to him, or whatever it is that you value, and you know in those first few seconds or glances that, oh, I like him, none of that stuff typically matters. And this is why we're not shocked that some women are constantly complaining about the outcomes that they get. It's like one side of the pendulum, it's I have so many of these, it's like one side, there's so many of these qualifications that's required. But then on the other side, there are one qualification, maybe 2, that weigh so heavily. And we need to learn how to have a little bit of balance. Again, I'm not saying compromise on the pertinent things that matter. I would never say that. I've talked about this ad nauseum on this channel. You're going to have to concede to something, because nobody is going to get 100% of everything that they want on these so-called wish lists and lists. You're not going to, because the man, when he meets you, he's not going to get 100% of what he wants. If she continues to prioritize, just the looks and the fun times and him being a vibe and all of that stuff, then I'm not going to be surprised if she's not going to be on her 5th engagement. That's not going to go anywhere. All right, but let's get back into it.
He just looked boring to me.
So where are you from?
I'm from Vegas. What about you?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh.
You
fun.
been to New York before?
Yes, I have. I've been to Manhattan though.
Manhattan? Oh, that's the rich area.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You have kids?
I do have kids. You have kids?
I do, but my kids are grown, so.
Well, I have 2 older and then 1 younger.
Okay, so you started over.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Do you have anybody that thinks they're married to you?
No. Married to me. You been married before?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. I've been proposed to like 4 times. I say no a lot, obviously.
I mean, no, it's not bad, but 4 different times is a lot.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like
But-
it's not genuine though.
Yeah, I feel you.
I do look for like genuine, because I feel like a lot of people put on this persona, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
The honeymoon stage, they say. You know,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna show their true colors in the beginning of the
Of
first
course
date.
not.
Hopefully.
And then once they get comfortable, things change. Yeah.
I ask for a lot. No.
Tell me.
I want the
what'd you
sun,
ask
the
for?
moon, the stars. My dad's always just treated my mom like a princess, so I grew up like that.
Yeah.
And I love when a man can be a man and, they worship the ground you walk in. So I feel like,
That's, I feel like
feel the love.
if God is like at helm, I don't think anything can disturb that. You know what I'm saying? I believe in treating women like queens. and
Yeah, that's what it
princes.
says in
Yeah.
the Bible too.
There you go. You know your stuff. There you go. So, you have any other questions for me?
No, I think you did great for
I
a
think you did
first
amazing.
date.
I think you did.
I definitely want to see you again.
I want to see you as well.
I did say I would see him again, but I'm gonna delete. Like I said, I'm
we're
shallow.
shocked.
I guess I like jerks that are fine. I need to figure my life out, people.
And you know what? She confirmed exactly what I thought. She is not serious. And when I say she's not serious, do I think she wants a relationship? Possibly, but I think she's just trying to find another man that she can, have a good time with. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think she's not necessarily looking for something long term, or maybe she's okay with having a situationship. Who knows? But the conversation we just listened to and her responses, I just think that she's not there yet. Now, back to the gentleman that was on the date with her. It was interesting, his response about the engagements, because it's not about having been engaged, at all, and that didn't work out. But 4 engagements is a red flag to a man, because you come across as not being serious about commitment. To have 4 men propose to you and you claim that you've called each and every last one of those engagements off, and then you're sitting across from a man who's saying, I'm looking for something that's long-term serious, a wife, you come across as flaking, you come across as indecisive, and you definitely come across as not being serious. So he's definitely second guessing you. That doesn't mean that he wasn't willing to entertain her, because he said that he was going to download. That meant that, hey, I want to get to know a little bit more about you. Now, even though she had the 4 engagements, he was still willing to go on a second date. Whereas for her, she was just like flat out, nope, he looks boring. He's not that attractive to me. And that is her right. I think some women definitely need to learn how to go through that list that you got and reevaluate why you're placing so much weight on some of these, these different things on your list. But when she asks what the women are looking for, initially looks was not the first thing that came up. They're talking about princess treatment. They're talking about loyalty. They're talking about, is he financially and mentally stable? Is he generous? None of that has anything to do with how the man looks. But he was willing to go on a second date with her, and she already was like, nope, he don't look that good to me. So yeah, I don't think that she's serious about anything when it comes to men right now. I think she's playing around. I think it's a good thing that you don't go on a date with anybody that you know that you're not interested in, and don't waste nobody's time.
Oh, Lord, Julie. That was a good man, Savannah. A good man. Now, here's the deal. I'm not,
He
listen.
has 3 kids and one is like 2.
He has to, okay, now, listen, I'm not going to get you there. Listen, attraction, first of all, you have to be attracted. I can't make you like somebody.
Absolutely.
He has a 2-year-old?
Okay, so he didn't say two. The way he said it is I have 2 older kids and a younger one. And then when he describes his life, he was like, yeah, so during the pandemic. And I was like, oh, that's how you got that kid. And he was like,
But did you get clarification?
I mean, the pandemic was not that long ago.
The pandemic was 6 years ago.
That's maybe not in school yet.
But that ain't the reason, child. He could have had no kids.
Right.
And you still wouldn't have gave that man a chance because off of the... Girl, I'm watching the video with you. You said
Right.
as soon as you saw him, he wasn't the one for you.
Yeah.
So, okay, what you want? You want him to be... What, I got something over here. Okay. How you want this man to look again? You want him to have tattoos? You want him to have tattoos? You get her your stick figure man. Here, tattoos. Julie's man. Girl, why wouldn't you give that man a shot? You didn't tell me. So I guess the married man you dated was fine.
Oh, he was okay.
He was okay? Okay. Did he put it down in the bedroom? I mean, you ain't sticking around if it wasn't great sex. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I do like about you, you said it in the end. Do you really feel as though you are shallow?
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to let that go, or are you dying shallow?
I do, but then the problem is when I let it go, it's like, okay, you already not cute. And now I gotta pay for my own food. Now you want me to pick you up.
Okay,
now
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about you paying for your own food. He gotta pick you up. He still has to be a man.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking away of that.
Right.
But you counted Roger out for aesthetics. Roger was willing to, but we're gonna find out if he wanted a second date.
I think he was lying about a lot of stuff.
Okay, what do you think he was lying about?
So when I asked him what he liked to do, it kind of seemed like he just bounced off of me. And then the things that he said, I don't want to do that stuff.
Okay, so what kind of man do you want?
Right. Can we talk? Listen, the bottom line is that she just didn't find him attractive enough. She never asked him how old his children were. You know, she said that because that's an excuse. There was a man sitting across from her that met her physical preferences. It wouldn't matter if he had 10 kids. And if that youngest child was 3 weeks old, she would have been willing to deal with that man because the physical traits of that man met her standards and her expectations. So Kendra's absolutely right. She needs a mail order man, okay, a custom man that she can get built, draw that man out, and she will have the man that she prefers. You can be honest about that versus trying to act as if you want more than that. What you say you want and the things that you're giving so much time and attention to, they're misaligned.
I want my friend. And like my friends and we do, like, I wanted you to be able to keep up with me. Like if I want to go to a game, I'm not even asking you to pay for your way, pay for my way. Just, do you want to go to this game? I go places by myself because the men that I talk to, oh, it's too much. Or I have somebody coming in town this week and I was like, do you want to go to this restaurant with us? Oh, do you want me to pay? And I wasn't asking him to pay, but Dad.
This is a guy you've been dating.
Trying not to date anymore.
Julie, girl, where are we at with the girl?
Because why am I gonna go places? I gotta go everywhere by myself because.
Well, you're going by yourself because it seems like the men that want to go with you, you don't want to go with them. This
Right.
guy was, well, we're gonna find out. I'm assuming he might have said down low, but you already said
He said he wanted to do a picnic with fruit in the park.
Lord have mercy.
What's wrong with a picnic and fruit in the park, Julie?
Complain
Okay, I
about
didn't
that.
ask this question. How much money does your man have to make? I'll throw out a number. Is 70,000 too low?
It's all right.
70,000 is all
I can
right.
do 70,000.
Okay, so are you open-minded to sharing this man? Because the man that it seems like you're describing, they're in back order. So
I
don't
know. That's why it was hard to find me a date. I get it. They don't need dates. They got them.
So you enjoy being a side chick?
No, I just won't date anybody then. But I want.
Okay, so being single is fine for you.
No, I want my husband. I want my Prince Charming. But I just have to keep waiting. Until
So what
he gets a divorce.
are the characteristics of your husband?
I want him to be not insecure.
Okay.
Yes, fine. Go to the gym because I work out. So I want to look at something nice in the bedroom. I want their belly falling over me.
Well, you could also get a guy in shape. You know,
Yeah.
they might come to you. Now, listen, this is fair because the man, like I said, you're describing, he's very desirable,
Yeah.
right? And that's why I said, because some women are like, listen, I'm okay with sharing the man because this is the man that I want. You know, he shows up for me when he can. He's attractive. He's good to me. I get my weekends. I get my once a month. Listen, I'm not here to judge, but I'm trying to figure out what you really want. Do you want an everyday man or do you want a now and then man?
I want an everyday man.
Cap.
No, she
An everyday man? Well, then you're going to have to make some adjustments. honey.
Why?
Well, has it worked for you yet?
No.
Okay, then that's the answer. That's the answer.
That's crazy.
How is it crazy? You have to also understand now, and I want to say this with love. You're also coming into the game with 2 kids by 2 different men that you did not marry. So just like you're judging the guy's going to judge you for your resume too. So just like someone has to accept for you for some of the things that you've been through, be open-minded. I'm not telling you to go off the cliff. If you really are not, listen, I'm with you. If attraction's not there, attraction's not there. But you're going to have to make some adjustments if you want somebody. But then if you don't want somebody, then keep doing you.
right. That's it.
I mean, if you never got married, would you be okay?
A lot of people I feel like are getting divorces. I don't want to get married to the wrong person. That's why I haven't gotten married because I don't want to get married just to not be lonely.
I agree with
I
that.
love like being like I yearn for like there's someone caring about me, there's someone wondering how my day is going and all of that. So I think that's why I do settle for less than what I'm used to or I want because I'm like, okay, well, he cares about me, you know?
What do you mean he cares about you? The guy that was married? The one that was lying to you that had a
No,
wife?
I'm saying like well, yeah, it seemed like all my friends act like, oh, you should have just stayed with him. Like, you know, because people say like, they were fine, like, why weren't you? If his
I was
wife
gonna say, it seemed like you liked everything until you learned that they were married.
Well,
Now,
he kept saying he was gonna marry me. How are you gonna marry me if you're married?
he was gonna marry you in spiritual ways, child. I'm not telling you to go off the cliff, but if you really want companionship, and you could just start there. Like you said, you wanted your friend. That doesn't come with tattoos. That comes with being reliable.
Oh, tattoos is not a deal breaker.
Well, you said he had to be light-skinned and tattooed.
Well, he has to be
Right.
high yellow with good hair, tall, yes.
Girl, here we go. Take this with you. Here's the man, girl. Take it. Okay,
Oh,
with
he's
that being
not
said,
cute.
that's he is cute, girl. Close your eyes. Just go put him on a date. I don't know. You're gonna have to pay because he ain't got no money, but he all the things. You know what? Wipe it off and you can draw him for yourself. Then make him look the way you want him to look, child. I am done with Julie. Here's the thing. Here's the moment. We made our mind clear that Roger is not for you. But before we go any further, what do you think Roger said? Do you think Roger wanted to delete or download?
He probably wanted to date me. Who doesn't want to date me? I would want to date me.
Let's go and find out and see what Roger decided.
We had like a lot of similarities. She likes to go out and do activities, hiking, things like that. So, and she likes to try things that I would like to try, vice versa. So yeah, I would definitely like to download.
That was your husband, girl. That was your husband right there. The
Let me tell you
proposal.
something. If I marry that, he's gonna have to be like a whole lot of money, like a whole lot of money. I'm okay with settling with like being
Wait, what
pampered
do you mean he gotta make a whole lot of money to marry
because
that?
then my friends will understand.
What?
You
How
can't
much
stand next to me and like that doesn't even look right, especially with my profession. That don't
stand
even
next
look
to you
right.
with your wig or without your wig?
I don't have.
Why would she say that? Like,
A wig on.
This your real hair? Oh, okay, well.
I know
child,
you
that's
lying.
okay. When you got this is the real hair confidence, child. I'm sorry, child. I tried Roger, but that's her real hair. You ain't gonna be good enough. There you have it. I don't know if this man exists, so here, take this home with you. That's the closest I'm gonna be able to get you, girl. All right.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of this. Julie is funny because Julie, in my opinion, she's trying to have all of these different things and characteristics and experiences that, to Kendra's point, she's not going to get unless she's willing to, share her man, or she's going to have to reevaluate that standards or the list that she has. You're not going to have everything because none of us have everything that someone may prefer or that they may have envisioned. That's just what it is. Station is kind of like alluding to her settling, but the reality is that she likes who she likes. She did a great job of explaining to her, look, you may have to reevaluate your list. I'm not saying you need to give up on everything because I think there are some foundational things that for all of us when it comes to dating and standards. I'm not dating, I'm married, but I think that if you are going to be out here and you want to date, I do think that there are some things that you need to not budge on, but there are some things that you may want to reconsider because everything else you tried didn't work. So why not try something else to see if that works? I will always say, if you are perfectly fine with the outcomes that you're receiving, then don't do anything differently. And I think that with the amount of pushback that she gave Kendra, I think she's okay with, carrying on with the status quo of how she's approaching dating or how she's selecting her men, because I don't think she wants anything serious. That's why Kendra asked her, do you really want to be married? Like, are you okay if you were single for the rest of your life? But then she goes on to talk about the data on divorce rates. If you want to be married, you can position yourself for marriage and qualify yourself to be married. And I think that she doesn't want to not just qualify, but I also think that she's not willing to change her mindset around the things that she's given such a priority to. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I want to be with somebody who looks good to me. But I think that her worrying about what her girlfriends think, a lot of women will prioritize what their friends think when the whole time your friends are dealing with men like that or worse. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section about this discussion. Do you think that Julie is really too shallow? Do you think that she's serious about dating? And do you think that she should change her mind? Or do you think that she can just continue to wait it out and think that there's going to be some type of man that's going to sweep her off her feet as if this is a fairy tale? Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments section. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.